Hi, Milo. Well, we are going to do some social studies this week. We're going to be using our past and present magazine. So make sure you have that with you and in front of you. And I'm sharing my screen from the site so we can listen and follow along. We will be starting on page 2 and 3. And I am going to get our recording ready to go.
It's about time. From past and present. Things don't happen all at once. Things happen over time. First, one thing happens, then another, and another. A timeline can show the order of the things you do each day at school. This is a timeline of Anna's day at school. What does she do first? What happens next? What comes before lunch? What comes after snack? What is the last thing Anna does at school? You can see the order of days on a calendar. Story order. Things happen in order in stories, too. Do you know this story? One day, Wolf saw a straw house. "I will blow this house down," he said. Then Wolf huffed and puffed. He finally blew down the house. What happens first in this story? What happens next? What happens last?
So this is talking all about time. So we can think of our time in like a day, and they have a timeline. You can also think about your time in calendar, like what day, what month. We can talk about this and like what happens in our story too. Pretty cool, huh? Maybe you can go back after and look at that question, the questions in the red box, and see if you can answer some of them about Anna's day. We are going to move on to page 4 and 5 next.
Changes over time. From past and present. Changes happen over time. People change from day to day. Yesterday, Emily dressed for rainy weather. Today, Emily dressed for soccer. Tomorrow, people change from year to year. Sam, 1 year old. Sam, 3 years old. Sam, 5 years old. The way people do things changes. This is the way people talked on the phone in the past. This is the way many people talk on the phone today. How have phones changed? How are they the same?
Well, so think about that. How have phones changed, Milo? Obviously, one thing is how they look, right? Another thing, how we can do different things on our phones, from phones long ago to our phones today. Obviously, the same things, we can still talk to people on our phones. We sometimes have to still press in the numbers or dial up the number that we need to call. That's still the same. The way we do it is different, but that needing to still dial up a number to make the phone call still happens. Let's keep listening.
This is a car from long ago. This is a car from today. How have cars changed? How are they the same? Places change. San Francisco has a long history. This is San Francisco more than 100 years ago. This is San Francisco today. What changed? What is the same? Spring, summer, fall, winter. Places change from season to season. How has this place changed?
Look at all those different things that change. Go ahead and turn to page 6 and 7 next.
Food and water. From past and present. You can learn about history by studying the past. Life was different in the past. How was it different? How was it the same as life today? Then, in the past, most people grew their own food. Long ago, people got water from a well. Now, today, most people buy their food in a store. People get water from a faucet or a water fountain.
Well, so there you go. More changes. We didn't never think about that food and water, but it has. It has changed a lot. We're going to do one more page 8 and 9.
At home. From past and present. Life at home in the past was different than it is today. Then, people made their own cloth. They spun their own yarn. They sewed their own clothes. People cooked food in a fireplace. Now, most people buy their clothing in a store. Most people cook food on a stove or in a microwave.
So there you go. Difference. How we eat and get our clothes has all changed. Well, I hope you enjoyed listening to a little bit about how things have changed and how things can change. You are going to use your journal, and I want you to think about if you would rather live in the present, so living right now, or would you like to live in the past? And then tell me why, and draw me a picture that matches why you would want to live in the past or the present. You can use your journal to do this. So I can't wait to see and hear what you think. Bye.